I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. There we go. Come on back in. Come on in. Hello, come on in. Hey, how are you? Good to see you, baby. Come on in, you guys. Coming in, go ahead and share. I'm going to wait a few more minutes. I'm good, babe. I hope you had a good day today. Hey, Steve. I'm going to share this on my iPad. Hope you guys had a good day. Don't last always. It won't. How many of y'all can attest to that? Even when we think. Can't give up, y'all. It won't last. So, I want to first tell you thank you so much for joining me on this evening. Thank you so much for joining me on this evening. And actually, if something's going on with this technology, but that was strolling is not the actual topic for this evening. For those of you that are new to Wisdom Wednesday, my name is Dr. L. Perkins, Dr. P, whatever, Coach L. And this is Wisdom Wednesday. This is a time where I come and do a segment, just giving confirmation, giving words of encouragement, hoping to help push you to another level. I hope you guys had a great day today. And if not, I hope after we finish this segment that I'll say something that will get you to your next level, that'll get you out of the stump that you may be in or how you may be feeling. Again, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go back and edit the banner, but I will tell you what it's supposed to say. It was some technical things going on, so I had to log off and come back on. But tonight's words and the segment for tonight is stop frustrating your seasons. Stop frustrating your seasons. There we go. Stop frustrating your seasons. That's a whole those are some words within itself. As we've talked about before, there is a season. The Bible tells us that for everything. Hello, daughter. Hey, it tells us that there's a season for everything. But tonight, I hope you take some of these nuggets that I'm about to tell you and help, and hopefully to help us to grow, to understand that we have to stop frustrating our seasons that we may be in. What do you mean by that, Dr. P? What do you mean by that, Coach L? Meaning, we can't bring everything in to certain seasons. Sometimes we have a hard time with letting stuff go. We have a hard time with cutting people off. We have a hard time with understanding. Listen, we cannot carry everything into certain seasons. Some individuals are not meant to be, and I know a lot of you have watched Medea, the plays and the shows. Everybody's not meant to be with you for a lifetime. Some people have seasons in life, and oftentimes we get mad when we're trying to make things work. We're trying in our own being to put things together. We are trying to put this piece together in this puzzle, and it's not working. First of all, you got the wrong piece to the wrong puzzle. You're frustrating your season because you're trying to fit things in that shouldn't even be in there. You're trying to take people along with you that's not supposed to be on your journey anyway. They have an expiration time. You know, like milk and cheese and certain things have expiration times. So do seasons. So do people sometimes. So do things. Does your job. Some of you may be on jobs and you want to leave and you're so scared because it's familiarity and you've been on this job for so long and you just can't fathom to see yourself to move, to change. Some of you are holding on to things that are tangible that you should let go of. You're holding on to memories. You're cluttering your mind and you're frustrating your season because what you thought in this season was some of the stuff you had thought about and doing it last, and it's frustrating you because it's not, you haven't had a change of the mind. So you're frustrating yourself. Just like the seasons change in the year, during the wintertime when it's snowing and all of those things. Now, some of us might, but you got to know what type of clothes to put on in that season. You got to know when it's raining outside, when it's snowing, you can't be walking around here in no tank tops. That's not the appropriate season when it's raining outside, when it's snowing and it's cold, when it's hailing outside, and you walking around no umbrella with a tank top on. You're out of season. So you're frustrating yourself because what you're trying to do in particular is you may see everybody else doing everything, and you've had these goals, these things that you've been wanting to do for so long. Okay, but it might not be your time, and we're frustrating yourself. We can frustrate, and I've been there. Because you putting all this work in, wasting all this time. Why? Because it's not your season. Time is precious. Time is things that we'll never get back. So it's time for us to sit down and to analyze how all the time that we have wasted keeping people in our lives that really were overdue for this season. You understand what I'm saying? Staying on a particular job. You doing certain things that are really out of season. When are you going to just really realize, okay, I've been frustrated all this long time because I'm doing something that I really wasn't supposed to be doing anyway. But yet I'm getting mad, wondering why things are not working according to the will, not his will, but the will. But I'm frustrated because it wasn't even supposed to be going on anyway. And in my own self, put myself in the predicament where then I'm frustrated because stuff is not working. It's time to self-reflect. You got to realize what you got to pluck out and what you got to put in. That's called self-reflection. You got to analyze. And like I've talked about before, you got to modify what is and what isn't. It's time out for us to continue to get frustrated, mad, and upset when it's not the season's fault that things are not going like they're supposed to be. We're bringing stuff in, we're taking stuff that has expired. Time out. Expired, can no longer be used, has served its purpose. And we're getting frustrated. But it's okay, because guess what? We've all have been in a place where we have wasted time, where we have kept people in seasons where they shouldn't be, when we stayed in situations that we shouldn't have, when we stayed on jobs, and when we had opportunities here, but we were so comfortable. It happens. It happens. But I come by here tonight to tell you trouble don't last always. We are the one who thinks that sometimes stuff can't change it, this, that, and that. We have to change our thinking to understand that we control a lot of the things that are going on in our life. We control how we respond. We control how we let people treat us. You control on how whether you're angry, whether you're sad, whether you're depressed. We control those things. A lot of that starts from the mind and our thinking. Go and get everything that is meant for your life, but get it in the season that you're supposed to. That's why it's important that you find out and you seek the Lord to ask him, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? What purpose? What is it? Stop looking for self-fulfillment in people. People cannot make you happy. Things cannot make you happy. Money definitely cannot make you happy. You have to love yourself and be satisfied with yourself, so you won't take on all of these things that is not supposed to be going on anyway. Self-analyze. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to understand, you know what? Yeah, my girl is winning. Yes, my bro, he is winning. My season is coming. Don't frustrate yourself and you get out there and you prematurely make a decision trying to do something somebody else is doing and it's not meant for you to do. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't find yourself at a place where you're frustrated, then you coveting what somebody else has, then you're being envious, then you're being depressed, then you're being, because you, what about me? Why is this not happening to me? Listen, right? No comparing yourself. Listen, there's only one you. No one else has the DNA makeup that you have. I don't even care if you're a twin. You still have differences that people can identify you by. Don't worry about what's going on over here. Don't worry about what's going on over there. Do what you're supposed to do. And if you don't know what you're supposed to do, I encourage you to find out. So many people are giving up. So many people are quitting because trouble does come. But so does joy. And it's up to us to be able to understand that, listen, I got to do my part and it's not my time. So while it's not my time, I'm going to do the work while I'm waiting, but I'm going to cheer on my brother and sister. I'm not going to be envious. I'm not going to be praying PREYING that something bad happens, that they don't get to do what they're supposed to do, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to speak blessings over their life and prosperity and longevity and whatever else. Don't hate when you're not in your season. Congratulate, because guess what? Your turn is coming. Your turn is coming. I promise you it will. But you are the common denominator on when and how your season of your harvest is already been made plain. You might not know, but it's planned by God. There's nothing you can do to rush it because it's already, there's a time and a season that has already been in place over your life. So you got to understand that if you do things out of season, we will reap the recoil. We will reap when we're out of season. If you're making choices that are according to your will, stuff is not going to go like it's supposed to. The Bible says when he blesses, and he added no sorrow. There's not going to be a blessing and you turn around, you're going to be crying at the same time. I ain't talking about crying tears of joy. I'm talking about crying, being depressed, upset, mad, disappointed. No, you got to make sure that you're not frustrating your season. Don't jump out and go buy a car and your car payment is about $700-800 when you know that you're not bringing in enough money to cover the payment just because you see somebody else that's doing it. Live within your means. Stay within your season so you won't frustrate your season because your time is coming at an appointed time. Don't get discouraged and want to give up because you feel as though you are not where you want to be or you're not there yet. Or why? How? It's happening for everybody else, but not me. I want to be happy. I want to be married. I want to be this. I want to be that. Listen, be careful sometimes of things which you ask for out of season. Be careful of wanting things and it's not your time and getting things out of order. Be careful and be mindful how you're holding on to things that have an expiration date and the season is over. Be mindful that you have some control over your frustration in your season. You'll be able to understand and realize when everybody at the beginning of the year they have these, I got, these New Year's resolution. They make it all this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something. Make it realistic. Make it measurable. Make it attainable. Because guess why? And those, you need to look up SMART goals. Because let me tell you, we can have all these different goals and then at the end of the year come. And then we look back and nothing has been accomplished. See, I used to do that. I used to want to do so many different things. And you know what? I had to start putting some things in order. I had to start removing some things. I had to start saying no. These are things that I'm telling you because you're going to have to do in order for your season not to be frustrated. When you're making yourself goals, make sure that it's aligned to your purpose. Make sure that they're simple, they're specific, they're measurable, attainable. You got to make sure. Because guess what? You'll get frustrated when you go back and you analyze and you see that you feel as though you didn't accomplish anything. Seasons are important. Seasons are important. And I came here tonight to tell you to stop frustrating yours. I'm going to use one of the favorite sayings that Tabitha Brown say, get into it. Get into understanding that there's a time and the purpose for everything in each of our lives. In order for us not to frustrate our seasons, we have to know what is supposed to be in the season and what has expired. What we're supposed to be doing and obtaining in that season and what we're supposed to be doing, sitting back, getting, growing, because growth is important. Working while we're waiting on our next. So you got to be mindful of what you are doing in your current season. Is it beneficial? Is it aligned to your purpose? Or are you just doing something? Do you have people in place so you can say you have some friends? Or do you have a man or a woman in place so that you can say that you have somebody and not feel lonely? What is it? What is frustrating your season? Once you identify what is frustrating your season, why it seems like you're not moving, why it seems like every time you're around these people or persons you're vexed, why it seems like then you can understand, okay, something is not right. I need to remove this. I need to remove that person. I need to put this down. I need to spend more time over here. I need to spend more time in my word. I need to start encouraging and important things into me and stop listening to frivolous stuff, music and things that's not doing me any good. See, we got to put some work in each season. See, we want to receive things, but we got to put in the work too. So I just come by here tonight to encourage you. Listen, this is all about. I'm a certified mentor and a certified coach. I just come by to tell you, listen, in order for you to get to your next, you got to understand what your now looks like. In order for you to get to your next, you got to modify some of what's going on in your now, so that your season won't continue to be frustrated. We halfway through this year. If you can be truthful with yourself and you go back to analyze and evaluate where you are and where you want it to be, who you have in your life that's in your circle that you consider to be your day ones or your best. It has nothing to do. Sometimes we want to keep people in our life because they done been in our life 15, 20, 30 years. Listen, their aspiration was after 10 years. You just kept them in there. Their season probably ended within a few months. You just kept them there. Sometimes that's right. Thank you for writing that because I can't type and talk. Listen, you have to be very intentional about you when it comes to your seasons. You have to. So stop frustrating your season. Look and evaluate your now, because that prepares you for your next. You cannot get to your next if you're not prepared in your now. So this is, I am Dr. Perkins, Dr. P, Coach L, and I'm coming to you tonight for Wisdom Wednesday to tell you to stop frustrating your seasons. Get in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. Don't be afraid to cut stuff off, change, moving. Don't be afraid of transitioning because sometimes people are afraid of change. Don't continue to hold, you're welcome, baby, to hold people in your life for after expired times. Don't continue to stay at a place, a job, in a house, in a park, whatever the case may be, because you are scared of familiarity. If the Lord is telling you to move to a place, move. If he's telling you move, because why? He's going to line everything up for you. If he's telling you to leave this person, to leave this friendship or whatever, do it. If not, don't do it out of your own. Don't do it. Because it'll be a total mess. God will and is working things out according to your good. He's doing things behind the scenes that we can't even see. But it's important that we are aligned and in covenant with him, so we can understand and be at peace with what will come and what is going on. The frustration comes when we try to do it ourselves, and we can't do it ourselves. So again, I encourage you to get into it. Get into understanding your season, why you have to go through seasons, and getting what you're supposed to have in your season so you can be prepared for the next. Take out, cut off, things that is not even supposed to be in your season that you may be taking to other seasons. And watch how you grow. Watch the change and watch how closer you will be to your purpose. Because we all have one. Don't waste time. Don't waste time just doing things the same way and getting the same results. Don't do it. When I encourage you, I always encourage myself first. Because let me tell you something, life is full of lessons. And you will take the same test if you don't pass them. So it's good for us to pass them the first time. Because they're always a lesson. Will there be storms that come? Rocky roads? Yes, they will be. Mountains to climb? Yes, they will be. Valleys to go through? Yes, they will be. But let me tell you something. Learn even during that season what you're supposed to learn. Learn that lesson so you will be able to help someone else and move to your next. Again, I thank you for joining me on tonight for Wisdom Wednesday. Please join me next week. Yes, next week at the same time, same place. But until then, be encouraged. Don't give up and stop getting frustrated in your seasons. Understand what is going on in your season, the things that you may need to change, the things you may need to modify, things you may need to cut out, and know it's preparing you for your next. Thank you for joining me again. And hey there, Tommy, and have a good evening. And I will see you next time for Wisdom Wednesday.